Welcome to Ray's Toolbox. I'm Ray. Today we have a play toy that we put together. Have a Rikon table saw. It's a 10-inch, model 10-205. Wanted to unpack it and see if I can get it put together here. This saw came with all the tools that you needed to put it together with, so that's very nice. Looks like all of our small pieces are packed nicely in the foam in the top. The saw itself looks like it's packaged upside down in here, or at least it looks. There we go. After everything was unpacked, we cut the sides to the box down, and then you were supposed to take all of the styrofoam off from around the saw, and that way you can assemble it basically upside down and then set it upright. The first order of business was to put the wheel handles on both sides of the saw, one to raise the blade and one for the tilt. Next, you assemble the bottom part of the saw, the leg system. Then put the funnel on for the dust collector system before you attach the legs onto the saw base itself. This saw came with a lift system, so you could easily lift the saw up and move it around your shop. The saw is very heavy, and we put it on its back, and then I had to get some help to lift it up to its feet. After we got the extensions bolted onto the table, we put the guides on the front and the back, bolted those on, a little brace between the two of them here. Have our miter gauge, get in here. Get the rip fence put in place. This saw had very good instructions with it on how to tune it up, get everything in alignment. The good news is most of it was already aligned with the factory. Didn't have to do a whole lot with it. So as far as putting it together, it just took about a day, and it went together pretty nice. It does have the ability to move, which is really handy in a small garage like this. So, storage built into this is really nice. It has a place to put the ripped fence and a place to put the miter gauge. You can see right on top here is a place where the 10-inch blade can go. There's also a wrench right underneath there that you need to change the blades with. So if you put the dado attachment on, something like that, you have good storage for that blade. On the left hand side of the saw, there's a cord wrap, so we can wrap the cord up nice. We have our push stick, have a nice holder for that. And there's a place for the blade guard to hold it in place while you have the dado attachment or something like that going. The tabletop is cast iron. The wings that go on it are steel, but it's a very heavy metal When you bolt it up, it's really secure, and then it fastens to the fence as well on both sides, front and back. So it is really as solid as if it would have been the cast. Plus it's not near as heavy with that type of wings on it. Large tabletop. It measures 27 inches deep. The top itself measures 40 inches wide. The wings and everything, once we have those in place, it's 57 inches wide. So I can get a sheet of plywood up here, and I don't have to wrestle it around anything like I did with the other saw that we had. Tabletop is 38.5 inches tall. The switch moves. I can slide it sideways to wherever I need. If I have a big piece of work up here that I need to shut it off, I can hit it with my hip. Really easy. This comes pre-wired for 110. It already has the cord on it, ready to plug in and go. The safety switch, turn it on, and when I need to shut it off, you just hit the outside of it. It does have the safety plug here. I can pull that out. I know the kids, grandkids, aren't going to mess with that. Also, there's a reset button right on top here if it would happen to overload itself. This can be wired for 220. My shop isn't, so this is going to work out just fine, perfect the way that it came. I have the wheel to raise and lower the blade. That works smooth. Everything was set up when it came from the factory. To tilt my blade, I have the gauge on the side here, and we can turn that to anywhere from 0 to 45 degrees tilt to the left. Miter gauge slips right in the T-slot. Rip fits, slides pretty easy. Something that I like, large numbers. I can see my tape here and tell exactly how far from the blade I am. So that's very nice. Lock this down, it's not going to move. I do have some neoprene sides here that's going to help the wood slide on that. Not going to bind up or anything for me. So that's how easy it is to put together a Rikon table saw. So we're going to get started on making a few projects and see how this puppy works. Thanks for watching. Stick around. We'll see what we can make.